Alright, and the next thing that we're going to do is these viewpoint utils. We'll implement this activate viewpoint in editor, and we will do it like this. Alright, so we're going to need to get the world. Do we actually need the world? Doesn't look like it. Looks like all we have to do is snag the stuff here. So alright, so it's going to be viewpoint, get actor location. So effector lock. And what is our rotation here? I think it's going to get an F rotator. And I think that's all we have to do is set every viewport to the thing and it'll work. Let's make sure that compiles. Alright, so that's the file. So let's go include it. Level editor viewport client. Alright, so level editor viewport client.h. Level editor viewport.h. Alright. Let's see if we have that file. Alright, cool. So I'm going to just boot this up, create a viewpoint in the editor, and then hopefully add a button I can click which will activate a viewpoint. And once I have that in place, then I think I'm going to be done with working for today. Kind of an easy day. That's just how it is. So we need to go into... It's going to be inside a camera, maybe? No. Let's just make a new folder. Let's call it viewpoint. Let's make a new blueprint class. This is going to be based on our Dashkin viewpoint actor. And let's call it BP viewpoint. And let's go jump into there. Gotta love it. It's got a stupid little camera on it. Amazing. Alright, so what we're going to want to do is go into our thing and add a function in here which call an editor. This function is going to be called activate in editor, and let's give it a category of debug. And we're going to call our function here, which will be activate viewpoint editor, and we're going to pass in self to that. And add a little thing. Now activating viewpoint in editor. And let's get viewpoint name. Yeah, there it is. We'll add that to source control. Let's jump into our level and we probably should not call this UI level test. We should probably just call this like LV UI. That's probably a better name for this, because it's not a test. This is for real. And let's make sure to go to our project settings and fix our packing for that. So LV UI. Alright, so if we wanted a viewpoint to be right here, well, this is going to be kind of weird. So we drag this on. Okay, so we can actually view what this is going to look like in kind of our camera here. Okay, if we pick activate in editor, it'll take us right over to it. Alright, so let's make a folder here. Let's call it viewpoints. And let's do VP Sky viewpoint. And why can't I edit the thing here? I'd like to be like instance editable on our viewpoint, so I can set the name of this thing in the editor. Blueprint read write. What is it? I think it's edit anywhere, so Let's build that. So I think that'll work for messing with this. So if there's just a button in the editor you can click and it'll take your camera to that location, that should be, it should be good enough for initial setup on this. And you can see what the viewpoint is going to be just by clicking on it, so you can kind of go through otherwise. And I mean, if you wanted to apply post-processing stuff, I mean, you could just set up a post-processing volume that encompasses the camera, and that'll be a specific thing when you actually use that camera. So that's not too bad. Viewpoint name, sky. Alright, so I'll make a new one here, which I'll call VP Lake. Alright, we need the time of day and all the rest in here as well. And let's see if I can turn the camera. And if I activate, yeah, it works. Okay, cool. If I angle it up. Yep, alright. It's kind of crazy that you can like swivel the camera upside down, activate, and you're like, oh god, I'm upside down. And the controls are all fucked up. Like, why? Alright, cool. So that's there. I need to be able to edit the other variables. So let's do that. And I'm pretty close to being finished here for this thing. For today. Because stores be closing, and I'm gonna need to go get some food. I ate all my food yesterday. There wasn't that much left. Uber Eats. I like how we had that whole conversation the other day with people just trashing Uber Eats. Just like, fuck those people. They're always jerks getting their food. Think they're more important than everyone else. So what I liked about being in Seattle is I just do Amazon Prime Now for all sorts of stuff, and somebody would show up and deliver everything I ordered within an hour or within 2 hours. And that was just amazingly awesome, because you'd be just like done, or you're just like, I just want like this food to show up here, or you're coming home from work and you're like, I want food but I don't have enough time and traffic sucks right now, or you're too drunk to go to the store to get more booze and you're just like, I just need another handle of whiskey. There you go, Amazon Prime Now. Just use it. It works. Alright, so we got our time of day, we got our actors to enable and actors to disable, and we could just set all those up there. Cool. So I think that'll work for everything. And we'll do like an activate an editor, and I'll need to have it change the time of day in the advance and all that sort of stuff, and I'll need to hook up all the rest. But that looks pretty simple. And also just getting this water in here and screwing around with it just to get our foot in the door, I think is probably a good example. So we can screw around with that. But I think that's all I need for today. So I'm going to... Or pro gamers, people can't leave their computer. Yeah. Mom, bathroom. So I think that's good to go. Let's make sure we got all the things here. I also want to remove the in-game CSS mod I did. Alright, viewpoint actor, global utils, viewport utils, skysphere, tech. Alright, yeah, I need to change that, save that. Alright, good to go. The scene is already nice. No, the scene looks like shit. But it's a start. You can kind of see where we're gonna go from there. And I think, like, you've got that nice waterfall in the grasslands and stuff like that. You put that big ass waterfall there between the two areas, that'll look fucking sick. We'll just have to figure out the optimizations for everything. But yeah, I don't really have time to stick around and play some games though before everything closes, so I'm gonna have to sign off here. So thanks for sticking around, Jeff and Adam. But I'm also gonna kind of chill out after this. So let's also kick off a build just to make sure that that's cooking in the background, and if I broke anything then it'll complain at me. Alright, so I would say raid somewhere, but there's only 2 of you, so go do things. Goodbye.